What's up, guys? Over the course of the last several videos, I've told you what macros are and how to count them and how to work junk food into your macros and all this good stuff. But I know what a lot of you are thinking. Just tell me how much to eat already. What's up, guys? Ryan here with Treadaway Training, and in today's video I'm finally going to show you how to calculate how many calories you need in a day. Here we have the formula for resting metabolic rate, and what that is just the calories that you require just to exist. This doesn't take into account your activity level, and so just to lay there and breathe and be alive, this is how many calories you need. Right here we have RMR, resting metabolic rate, and the formula is 9.99 times your weight in pounds divided by 2.2, and that gives you kilograms right here. And then you have plus 6.25 times your height in inches times 2.54, so that is your height in centimeters, minus 4.92 times age plus 5. Let's go ahead and work this equation out for a male who is 6 foot 200 pounds. So I forgot to mention that our 6 foot 200 pound male is going to be 25 years old. So we have RMR equals 9.99 times 200 pounds divided by 2.2 plus 6.25 times 72 inches times 2.54 minus 4.92 times 25 years old plus 5. So here we have our resting metabolic rate is 908.18, which comes from this part right here. And then we have 1143, which comes from this part right here. And then we have minus 123, which comes from this. And then we just brought down that 0.5. If we add all of that together, we come out with 1933.18 calories. And keep in mind, like I said a minute ago, that is the resting metabolic rate. So that does not factor in activity level. And that's something that we'll need to look at now. So I've provided your activity factor chart right here, but what fits into each of those categories? All right, well, first we have sedentary, which is pretty self-explanatory. That means you have a desk job and you don't really exercise, and that is going to be the lowest activity factor. Next, we have light activity, which means you probably still have a desk job, but you may do some light exercise once, twice, maybe 3 times a week. Next, we have moderately active. This means you might have a job that requires you to walk around a bit. You might be in sales, and then on top of that, you might work out a few times a week, or you may have a desk job and work out 6 to 7 times a week. Next up, we have very active, which may mean you work a physically demanding job, or you work out several times a week very intensively, or you play sports 6 to 7 times a week. Lastly, we have extra active, which that means you have a physically demanding job such as construction or something like that, and on top of that you still work out nearly every day. For this example, we're going to use extra active just because in the next example I want to do a female who is sedentary. That way you can get an example of both ends of the spectrum. For this particular gentleman, the total calories is going to come out to be 1933.18, which again is this resting metabolic rate, times 1.9, which is our activity factor, and that comes out to be 3,673.042 calories, and we're going to round that to 3,675 calories per day. For the women's equation, it's going to be exactly the same, with the exception that in the men's equation for resting metabolic rate, At the end here, it had +5. And for the women, it is -161. The woman in this example is going to be a 50-year-old who is 5'3" and weighs 125 pounds. So we have 9.99 times 125 pounds divided by 2.2 plus 6.25 times 63 inches times 2.54 minus 4.92 times 50 years old minus 161. If we work this equation out from this piece right here, we get 567.61 plus from right here we get 1000.125, and from right here we get 246, and then which bring down that minus 161. If we take the resting metabolic rate right here, 1160.735, and we multiply that by the activity factor of 1.2, because this particular individual is a sedentary individual. They work a desk job and they do not exercise. So we multiply it by that 1.2, and that comes out to be 1392.882 calories, and we'll just round that up to a nice easy 1400 calories. If that just seemed a little bit too overwhelming for you, you can head on over to treadawaytraining.com, linked in the corner of the video here, and you can head over to the top right hand corner of the screen and click Hire Treadaway, and I will do it for you. Now, if you think you got this and you're going to do it on your own, then in the next video I will show you how to break the total calories that you've calculated down into the individual macros that you need. Thanks for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you would like to connect on social media, you can do that here. Those links will also be in the description box below. And as always, God bless you and your family, and I will see you in the next video.